Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting war. We went up against a level 12 clan called the Ngapak.Dic. It was a 20 versus 20. As you can see, it just wound up ending in a draw, but it actually ended up in. It was a very exciting draw because we were actually down, and it came down to our final attacker. And I can only imagine what he was going through. It was very, very nail biting to the very end. So you'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. Today, out of the 20 attacks, I'm just going to go over our top 10 attacks. For the fact is, there's a little bit of highlights we can go over. As far as the other 10, you know why. It's just not worth mentioning, to be honest with you. Until we get more tougher wars and more exciting attacks. So without wasting any time, we're going to go start with number 10 by Ngapak, taking out Platinum with a La Lune attack. First thing he does is going to wind up popping the clan castle with a few loons. Here he goes. Drops his only haste. He has one haste and one poison, and the rest is all rage. And the reason for this is because if you notice, it's a really tight ring base, and he only has 3 air defenses. And if you notice, his main everything is pretty much just in the middle. I mean, 4 is more than enough. He's going to wind up using 3 lava hounds. Oh, excuse me. Let's go straight to the action. And there he goes, dropping pretty much everything he has. And drops a level 4 in his clan castle. There he goes, dropping 2 rages. Drops another one. Doesn't really rush it. Times it nicely. Just a straight overkill. Here he goes, dropping his heroes on opposite ends. Kind of got nervous at first from that queen, because the queen is it's pretty high up there for level 27. So she can actually do some damage, but thank God she got taken out. Speeding a little bit forward. Just an easy takeout. Nicely done, Ngapak. And moving on to number 9 by Snapdragon, taking out some dude named Farag Jr. Here's going to wind up doing a Govahal attack on this guy, so let's go straight to the action. Notice everything's on the outside. It seems kind of tricky at first. They really do. You just gotta really watch out. You know, those are some pretty strong AD that he has going up there. So defense is really not that strong. So picking what side he really wanted to start on didn't really matter that much, but he kind of wanted to be close enough to where you can get to the clan castle and pop it. Yeah, almost almost lost the healers right there. And then there comes all the units. Real easy. Just nice, quick. We're going on the posy. Nice job, Mr. Snap. All right, moving on to number 8. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce this guy's name, but Gels took care of this guy. He bashed him with the Govaho attack as well. And let's go straight to the action. Town Hall 9 base. Again, this guy starts off with the Queen Walk. That's pretty much his favorite. My favorite is the Queen Walk. We have, I believe, just maybe one guy here in our clan, I believe, that doesn't really do the Queen Walk, and that's DK, also known as Dark Knight. Starting to emerge as one of our top attackers as well. And we'll go see one of his attacks later on number 3. But let's keep moving on to Gels attacking number 8. And there goes Pop. Same routine over and over. This is, I believe, pretty much a max Town Hall 9, with the exception of the walls. And it's very important is to also pay attention at the walls, because this would determines if you can use Velks or not, and depending on the amount of Velks. When the walls are maxed out on Town Hall 9, then I normally like to I tend to use more Hogs than Velks. Or if you do plan to use on more Valkyries, then you probably would prefer going with 2 jumps. It all, like I said, it all depends on the base. Fortunately, the Queen died. But one thing about Gels, I like how he just makes sure, doesn't panic, and works his way with or without the Queen. Reserves his last heal spell. Known for the fact that right there, that's where he's going to use it. Every time he just waits for the Wizard Tower and drops it right within that circle. Known because it does a lot of splash damage, and Hogs are very, very prone to damage from the splash damage. So that is the right thing to do. So he does really think about how he's going to place his spells, and that's the right way of doing it. So nicely done, Gels. And going on, and Gels again, but this time it's just going to be a Goho attack on number 7. And new team number 32, I'm assuming that's what he calls himself. Again, a nice easy 3-star for Gels. But this time it's weird. This time the reason why he didn't start on the Queen side was for the fact that because he has 2 Expos right next to each other, and that's very dangerous. So yeah, that's the right thing to do. Start away from the Expos. To me, that's like the number one thing I look at is the Expos and the War Castle, the Clan Castle. Where can I easily dislodge the troops from the castle without really putting my Queen in jeopardy? So Gels pretty much just did what I did. Just click on the structures, and then notices that right there, at least you can take out one of the heroes. And the problem is, though, the time is going to be kind of tight. So he needs to pop that castle as soon as possible. So nice. I'm glad it went to the Queen and not to the troops. Now his troops can continue moving forward. Pops the queen ability, which we try to save, but unfortunately, he was forced to use it. Again, he's trying to save his heal and his rage for the actual base. Nicely done. Dropping the hogs surgically from different positions as they're working their way down. Fortunately, the expo's still up. Wow. Yep. Any more weak, he could have easily lost all his hogs. That was very, very close. Didn't get it worked in our favor this time. Nicely done, gels. And let's move on to DK, or as we call Dark Knight, taking out Ryla. This guy uses all kinds of combinations. This the guy I was talking about earlier. This guy does not like to use a queen walk, which, hey, more power to him. I kind of actually enjoy watching someone like Dark Knight attacking without doing the queen walk, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not easy. You clearly relying on all your troops, and you have to be really, really careful on dropping your spells, keeping them alive. But to be honest with you, that's not easy to do, 3-star. But luckily, this is more of a Town Hall 9. He's a Town Hall 10, so it kind of does make it a little easier. Just don't really see many people 3-starring without the queen walk. It's not easy, unless they're doing mass minors, stuff like that. Then it's maybe possible, or it is possible at Town Hall 10 level. Yeah, wow, got that 6 o'clock position. Very, very, very strong. Lots of defense right there. Wizard towers, Teslas. Then you got the expos nearby. That's a very tough base. Very tough base. But that's the nice thing about our crew, is they take their time, they focus, they don't panic, drop their spells wisely. Uses the king's ability. Very close. Real nice. Good job, Dark. Alright, moving on to number 5, which was attacked by Destroyer 112, and he also does a La Lune attack. Another player also emerging as one of our top attackers. So why not show it? It's fun to see more people getting involved, not being greedy. We have a few players that have multiple accounts, where it's 3, 4, 5. Doesn't do all his attacks. Waits patiently to other people get some stars too. That's the nice thing about our clan, is we give opportunity. We don't. We're not greedy. We're not just shooting for stars. We're actually playing this smart. We want everybody to get an opportunity to kill a base and be proud of his accomplishments. Yeah, I can't be in a clan, or a few friend of mine's just don't appreciate coming in, and after 2 hours, pretty much everything's been destroyed, and just takes the fun out of the game. So As a leader, I do have a lot of accounts, but I kind of tend to attack late or attack the very weak bases. For the fact is, I give people a chance to, show their skills, as they say. They feel good about 3-starring and actually getting the 3 stars themselves. So this is why our clan's becoming more and more famous. More and more people starting to join. They see that there's potential here, opportunity, and we feed off each other. The players are just excited to show off their skills, and you know, and pretty soon it may even turn into a competition. Like who's the best attacker, which is I don't mind as long as we keep it clean and nobody gets offended or upset. I don't have an issue with that then. I don't want to get it out of hand where people start saying negative things to other players. So I always try to say positive things to everybody, and nicely done, Destroyer. Didn't really get a chance to talk about him, but he is a great attacker. To him, this is a very simple base, but we had other players that pretty much took out the top bases earlier, so he had to shoot down just a little bit lower. But moving on to Austin. Austin winds up doing also a La Luna attack. So let's go straight to he's also another air attacker in our clan. Him and Destroyer, I believe, and Vinit also starting to come up there, are our 3 air attackers, whereas the rest of us are pretty much ground attackers. So it's nice to have a mix of almost 50-50 air and ground offense. And there goes Austin, pretty much similar to Vinny's attack, just pop the CC, take out the clan castle troops, and once he takes them out, immediately starts to get ready and starts dropping all his troops. Decides to start from this side. Perfectly times his lavas. Goes one of the rages. Still has a haste. Another rage. The warding ability just kicked in. Still has 2 more rages. Down to 1. Nicely. Coming nice. Yep. Uses that final rage. Kills that queen. Thank God. And that's it. The rest is just plain structures. Alright, now moving to the top 3 attacks. There was a numerous amount of players failed on number 3, so it was getting kind of tight. But thank God, our number 1 guy, our number 1 player, which is DK, which is Dark Knight, winds up actually taking out number 3. And again, it continues to amaze me how he does it, because this guy does not use healers. So here we go with a Go Weebo attack, which is a golem, witches, and bowlers. Again, much more difficult base to take out. This is more of like a internet base. I tried attacking it, wound up failing. I believe Gels and a few more other guys. Yeah, I was getting really started to worry a little bit about this base. And what really shocked me was the fact that if you pay attention, it's just level 1 bowlers. Amazing. I was surprised. I really thought he would have failed on this one. So many bombs, dropping in the heels just in time. It does not have a warden now, so it's even more difficult to take out. Doesn't have any more jumps, but he winds up using pretty much everything he has right at the heart of the defense. And it's a weird base. It's a really weird base, but if you can get through and pass the first 3 layers of defense, the rest is the rest of this on top is really nothing. It's because none of his splash damage. So it's just going to be like aiming and shooting either bullets or cannons. So it's nothing to really worry about. I was actually starting to become concerned about the time, but this guy just, luckily the bowlers started coming down, and he was getting hit from all angles. So thank God his bowlers went downward and not all of them go upward. So that was amazing. No, that was a great attack. Real good job, DK, on that one. Moving on to one of our top 2 attackers. This is Hader. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to do something really quick. But let's go back to number 2 on Hader. Hader winds up killing this guy with straight up bowlers. An all-out bowler attack with healers. So finds his target. He's going to wind up attacking near the top, working his way. Yeah, this is a ring base, but it was a very tricky ring base, and he had basically attacked it from the very first half hour of war starting. So it was a really yeah, like I said, I was shocked attacking the top 2 bases within a half hour, but he's done it before, so I'm not gonna knock him for that. I prefer the base be open, knowing where the bombs are, knowing where the test is. Maybe he can hold his spells a little longer and knowing when to drop them, but just continues to amaze me that he can still take out an open base. Yep, there he goes cleaning. Luckily he has a few bowlers still working his way. Yeah, it was a little scary because he's down to his last 2 healers, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they move over towards the queen. Yep, there it is. And that's what the big difference is. Ever since the queen's starting to get healed, oh boy, did that help big time. And that's amazing that he still had his special ability that he just used for the queen. Unfortunately, he also attacked number 1, like I said, and failed badly. So we'll see what he did wrong. Again, this was within the first half hour. So let's go back to the war details. Go back to Hader and see how he failed on number 1. He was actually trying to. That's what it was. He was trying to do something different. Yeah, I think, like I said, just stick to what you know best. I think when you have half your troops ground, half your troops air, I really don't think it's going to be very successful because you're going half-ass in there. You have to come either full air or full ground. I'm sorry, it's very rare anybody can take out Town Hall 10s, 11s with half and half troops. I've yet to see that. So till then, someone can prove me wrong. I'm just gonna stick to my theory. And again, he went straight up the middle where he'd basically getting hit from all directions. Another no-no. Um, yeah, it was a sloppy. I mean, I was surprised, but he did say that he was going to try something different before he did the attack. So I'm not going to knock him for it. Put us in a tough position because it came down to the last half-hour war, and it was basically the last base standing. So just imagine you being the attacker and knowing that if you don't 3-star it, we're going to lose the war. So again, I can't continue to stress how much this guy Strauss means to the clan. Um, I mean, this is just an amazing attack. I mean, probably his hand was shaking, his body was shaking. I don't know what was shaking, but this guy was just calm under pressure. The attack was just, it was fun to watch. Let's just put it that way. I actually watched it live, and like if it was me, I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm not really a Town Hall 11 or a real Town Hall 10 attacker just yet. So I do. This is some of the reasons why I'm actually recording these videos, to learn and watch myself, just like anybody else that wants to learn and watch. He decides to start off from one end. I guess that's fine. I mean, I'm trying to understand the concept. So this is pretty much what I do. I do the queen walk. So it clears up a little bit from one side. Didn't really pop castle all the way through, so drops another hog. Uses his ability kind of early. So this is why I was getting kind of nervous. Normally you never use your ability, ever. You always want to save it. Now, there's another one with the AD. So now he has to make sure he has to clear. I guess it's why he dropped his troops a lot sooner than he wanted to, was the fact that he does not want to, again, he's going up the middle. And he's getting hit by one. But here's the crazy thing. He does not take it out. He's actually going to move away from it. That's what made me really start to panic. Here he uses his warding ability. Winds up using his last spell, the freeze, and I felt like there was still plenty of defense still up. Honestly, I really thought he failed. He's just down to his final king ability. So, and the Inferno was still up, so I really was like, wow. Yeah, we're done for. But then I did see he still has his healers still alive, so I'm saying maybe now that there's nothing hitting him really, his healers can actually heal all his units, and it's basically coming with, like, fresh units. So his queen is maxed, fully healed. His king, he uses it just in the right time, clears the path. So now his king is basically he's tanking, taking all the damage, while his bowlers and his queen comes in the background. And when he got right here, I felt like, okay, there's an opportunity. There's bowlers, just the queen, there's the warden. I'm telling you, it did not look good. So yeah, we were all excited, and that what tied the game right there. So yeah, that was a very very exciting war. Um, we were all just panicking, nervous, but wow, wow. Again, Strauss to the rescue for this is at least the fourth or fifth time he saves the plan from a defeat. Fortunately, sometimes an awesome 3-star to save the team is almost just as good as a win. So as far as me, hey, even though it's a draw, it's a beginning of something. So I'm happy. Until next time, peace out.